It's Friday, August 15th, 2014, and let's talk about what happened this week over at XDAdevelopers.com. Device hacking seemed to be the name of the game this week, so let's get started. First up, we talked a while back about a new device called the Blackphone. Essentially, it's an Android phone, but the main point isn't the CPU or the camera or the battery life. It's the security. It runs a highly customized version of Android called Private OS, which has been preloaded with some more secure applications, and it's had some of its more insecure features like ADB and the whole developer menu removed. It wasn't a quick and painless process by any stretch, but XDA senior recognized developer Jay Case managed to root the device while he was at DEF CON earlier this week. He found 3 different vulnerabilities in the device, and the root was accomplished without even having to unlock the device's bootloader. Of those 3 vulnerabilities, Jay Case only went into detail on the first 2, of which those involved getting USB ADB running again, and then turning on permission for unknown sources. He decided not to go into detail about that 3rd vulnerability, choosing to report it to the company and let them deal with it, which I'm kind of back and forth on that. A lot of sites are jumping to the conclusion from this that it's all about how insecure Android is, but realistically, it's more just a matter of having developers that are determined to break through security holes. There's gonna be security holes in just about any system, it's just a matter of who's looking for them. Still very cool to hear that what was supposed to be the most secure phone that you can buy was eventually outwitted by a developer. And speaking of vulnerabilities and exploits, XDA recognized developer DJR Bliss was apparently very busy at the Blackhat Conference this past week as well. He discovered a vulnerability in all Android devices that support Trust Zone and used Qualcomm Snapdragon chips, with the exception of the Galaxy S5 and the HTC M8, which have already been patched against this. To demonstrate his claim, he unlocked the Moto X's bootloader on stage. The vulnerability should work on the Nexus 4, Nexus 5, LG G2, and the Galaxy Note 3 at the very least. However, just like the vulnerability with Jay Case earlier, DJR Bliss decided not to release his exploit to the public so that the manufacturer would have the opportunity to patch it before any real damage can be done with it. Next up, a couple of stories about the XDA forum itself. First, an interesting feature was added to the forum this week that enables syntax highlighting in your posts. Previously, you could just wrap up a block of code to make them easier to pick out from the rest of the text of a post, for example, but it was all just plain text inside of that block. But with this latest update, it will now highlight the syntax for over 20 different programming and scripting languages. Very cool stuff there, which would be really handy if you're the type of person that chooses to post code snippets to the forum, and I'm sure there's a load of you that do that. Additionally this week, Hugo Barra, previously of Google, now of Xiaomi, posted on Google Plus talking about Xiaomi's privacy policies and some of their upcoming changes with regard to their devices and user privacy. As a result of this, XDA has decided to open up a bit of a trial forum for Xiaomi devices, specifically for the Mi3. Now, that device is not GPL compliant at this time, so development might be a bit slow in there, but it will at least provide a place for you guys to go and discuss privacy concerns, some device improvements, modifications, just general development stuff. So if you're an Mi3 owner, or if you're interested in it, head on over there to see what the forum has in store for you. And to wrap things up, 3 other videos were posted to XDA Developer TV this week, as usual. TK did another Expose Tuesday, talking about how you can change YouTube's start screen on your mobile device using a module called YourTube. Then I made a video demonstrating how you can root the NVIDIA Shield tablet. And TK did another Android app review of an app called HandyCall. But you know what? That's going to be about all from me for today. You can find all the links to all the stories I talked about down in the video description as usual, as well as the links to my YouTube channels if you're interested. Remember, if you like this video, leave us a like down below and subscribe to receive our content as soon as it becomes available. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.